So this is how I put a backup camera hardwired to my truck on my Wolf Creek 850. So my 17 F350 is an XL STX, nothing fancy. I used the Maestro kit with the RR module to put in a Kenwood 10.1 inch screen. Has this nice little tray up here, 2 screws, easily pops off, and I can switch the inputs from the camera mounted on the rear bumper to the camera mounted on the camper. So fairly easy. I might put a toggle switch, figure something out so it's a little quicker to swap out, but it works great. You throw it in reverse and you've got cameras. So on the back of the truck I put the Kenwood 740 HD, which is an exceptional camera. I decided to go with the 230 camera in the back of the camper, which I somewhat regret because I have a $20 Raywu that has just about the same quality. So you can't see, but back up in here when the tailgate's off, there's a little zip tie, and there's an extension that goes from the head unit back to the bumper, and the RCA and the power is just coiled up right there. So when I put the camper on, I just feed it, for now, it just gets fed through a hole back up here that I drilled. So you can see that little hole. So there's the ground that's still coming out. So I just feed it through the hole. At some point I'll put a waterproof RCA bulkhead on there so I can just plug it right in. But for now I just feed it in there. And on the back you can see simply, took the old camera off, used a little tape to seal it up. I was kind of in a hurry, so it doesn't look the cleanest. But essentially the camera has one wire that's just fed through. You can see that little hole that I drilled all the way through. And then the cable just gets coiled up. I left some slack in with the service loop. So the service loop is in case I ever need to pull the camera out. I have, you know, a few feet that I can feed the camera out and put it back in place. And there's a tiny hole that I drilled in the side wall. And when you stand back, sorry about the light, you can't even see the difference really. So it runs down the wall. You can use your step here to access, access the wires underneath there. And then you can also use your back hatch, or your hatch for your tank dumps to fish the wires through to work back and forth. And that's as simple as it is. So there's a camera on the Wolf Creek.